Okay. All right. I guess we'll just get started here. There's a live version of this which you can check out on the VOD on Twitch. I ramble a lot. It's not very good. But if you want to go check that out, I encourage you to do so. It's on twitch.tv/ClydePlaysLive. First of all, I'd just like to say thank you very, very much to everybody who helped the show become what it is today. I never thought I would create a Warships video for YouTube, ever. So a huge thank you goes out to Scada, who encouraged me to create and upload my first YouTube video about 2 years ago. I never ever thought I would do a Twitch stream. I didn't understand Twitch. I thought it was for children. And I apologize to all the people for my ignorance. I thought it was for children. I had no idea what channel points were or what lurkers were or why there was bits and subs and follows. It was very confusing to me. I did not understand. I didn't know what OBS was. I didn't own a webcam. So a huge thank you goes out to Heavy McD for encouraging me to get started on Twitch and then kind of forcing me to upgrade my equipment and my microphone and get a stream deck and all of this crazy stuff. So thank you, Heavy McD, for that. I certainly never thought I was going to create my own Discord, which now has like 220 or 230 members, and it's this really cool community of just good-natured World of Warships fans and players and streamers and viewers and YouTuber people or YouTube viewers and all of you great people who are every bit as excited and nerdy as me about the data behind World of Warships. And I'm in there every single day hanging out with you guys. I've made so many cool online friends through that Discord where we've really had an opportunity to get closer as WoW's players and, you know, online buddies, and that's been really cool. I certainly never thought that this whole thing, I never imagined that it would escalate and grow, and I'm just super, super grateful to all of you who have come and supported the show and made it into this thing that it is, because it was nothing. There was literally nothing. And through our efforts, through my work and your guys' interest and willingness to come and be a part of the show, we've developed this thing that didn't used to exist. A huge thank you goes out to Bowmaster as the best freaking moderator in the business. Bo, I appreciate you a ton, bud. So thank you for taking care of the show as much as you can. Of course, Marangana has joined the mod team as well. Scada is one of my moderators, and a few others who are a little less regularly around. But thank you, moderators, for helping me out there. It means a lot that you guys are there, and Bowmasters are like every single stream. It's kind of absurd that guy can spend as much time with us as he does. So Bo, thank you tons, man. I'm really humbled by your support. The show has literally gone from me and Scada hanging out on an empty stream to whatever this nonsense is, and we're just stoked that you guys have come to be here and be a part of it. Now, I know there's some among you who are concerned every single time when their favorite small streamer or another small streamer joins the Community Contributors Program. We had some drama about a year ago in that program, and that program was a different program than it is today. I know they've made a lot of changes in the policies, and reading over all of the paperwork about the CC program, you can see some of the changes that they made. They're trying to recharacterize and re-describe that program for what they need it to do now that the game has changed. In fact, Jingles has a nice video about this on YouTube. It's probably worth watching if you haven't seen it. If you're one of those people, I want you to know that I completely understand those concerns, and I think they're reasonably valid. I think we should ask that question when somebody goes and joins an institution like that or becomes associated with a game in this way. I want to assure you that just like literally any other technical topic in World of Warships that I have dived in deeply and extracted information, sat back, mulled with it, and kind of let it come to clarity in my mind, I have done that process for my decision to apply for the CC program for like a year. Okay, I've been doing this, I've been thinking about this for a long time. Scott has been telling me to apply for this program for probably longer than a year. And a year ago, I wasn't ready. My channel wasn't big enough. My YouTube wasn't big enough. You know, none of that stuff was really ready. But, you know, for like a year, I have been in discussions with my wingman about being a CC. He's thought it's a great idea. And I wasn't sure, I talked to other CCs. Sometimes they didn't realize that's what I was asking them about. I read the application questions. I went in and I started an application and I read all the questions, and then I backed out and I didn't apply just because I wanted to know what they were going to ask. I read all of Wargaming's documentation on their website about being a CC and about what that's about. So now, I talked to people, I read everything I possibly could. And then the other thing that I did was I kind of watched and I studied CCs, and I found out what it was that they did. What were the common things that CCs did that implied things about what it was like to be in the CC program. I wanted to see what things they wouldn't do as well. I thought that was also kind of interesting. And when I got serious and decided to apply for the program, I was pretty nervous. It was like 2 or 3 months ago, Scott was telling me I should apply again, and I was like, okay, I'll do it. And then I just didn't, right? I just procrastinated, and I didn't apply for the program. I was like, nah, it's fine. I don't want to change anything right now. But when I finally did apply for it, I was kind of nervous because, what if I got some new information that I didn't like? What if there was something in the paperwork that made me uncomfortable? What if there was something that I couldn't agree to because it would force me to change something about my stream and about my YouTube channel? I was worried about it. And I understand why others might be worried about it too. Because I was there, right? And my number one concern was, and still is, and this is a perpetual thing, it's almost like the CC program is one of many things that threaten my number one concern. My number one concern is being able to maintain the identity and the feel and the vibe of my current show as the show grows slowly, right? We've been growing slowly for 2 years, and sometimes we've had little spurts of growth. We've had big support from wonderful people who've rated the show. Big names like C Raptor and Trendloss have rated the show, which have resulted in sudden growth, things like that. We've had consistent, steady support from small streamers like myself, and I try to pay that back whenever I can. Great folks like, Big GD3 and Atari Beer Pong and Marangana and Foaming Jetty and all of these folks that are kind of in and around my size, big support from those guys. It's been wonderful to see that. And as the show grows, my big concern is how can I keep this identity? How can I keep the feel and the vibe of the show? And to be realistic, as we grow, it's going to change a little bit. And that growth can come from a lot of places. It might be that the CC program helps the show grow, and then it becomes my responsibility to make sure that we can develop and grow the show in a way that keeps that vibe that we've got. And I've seen streamers do it successfully. I've seen streamers change and kind of become something new, which is also good. I can't say that I can point at a streamer that I said, boy, that guy really messed it up, because I really, I understand that things grow and change, and I am concerned about losing some of our down home feel on the old Clyde Plays show. And I think that's a reasonable concern. And so we're going to work on trying to keep that feel, that vibe, that tone as we grow. And I think it's going to be hard. Now, I work for a large organization that has budgets and goals and customers. And I'd like to think that because of my experience in my business, I understand at least a little bit about how business works. Now I'm not in the same exact industry as wargaming is, but again, we have things like that we're trying to accomplish. We have goals for our business that we're trying to accomplish. And it's always been one of the cornerstones of my content on YouTube. I love talking about what I think wargaming is trying to accomplish with their goals, both as a business and also as a game, right? As World of Warships, the game. They're making changes here, and of course I've got to speculate quite a bit, and I don't think that changes a whole lot whether I'm in or out of the CC program. As we understand what it is that we think the business of wargaming is trying to do, we can talk about, and this is one of my favorite things to do and make content about, what's the best way for us as players to try to figure out how to, have the best experience within the confines of the game as it changes over time. I want to benefit players with some knowledge and some insight and some analysis, right? I'm excited to take this opportunity to be able to grow my stream so that I can help more players with that knowledge, insight, and analysis. I'm excited to also be able to provide you guys with faster, more timely information about upcoming content. Through the CC program, I should have some access to some of that content. Now, I know that little part right there probably raised some hairs on the back of some of y'all's necks, and I think that's reasonable, right? To date, honestly, if you go look at my YouTube channel right now, I have done almost no ship reviews. I did some thinking when I was talking about making this video, when I was working out making this video, and I can think of like 3 ships that I did reviews for, and honestly, they're not even like ship reviews. I just did like a detailed breakdown of what I think these ships are about. I did Paolo Emilio, I did Marlboro, and I did Delny. What a weird bunch of picks. Those are all boats you can get for free. You know, in the future, maybe I will do some reviews. Maybe I'll take that opportunity to do some reviews. I have to kind of think about, and this is something Scott and I were talking about yesterday, I think, what does it mean for Clyde to do a ship review? I'm not going to be like, hey, everybody, here's the boat. It seems pretty fun to me. You should get it. Like, that's just not my style. I'm too data-driven and too nerdy to do that. I just don't think I could do that and be happy with the product that came out. And you can see this in the content that I do produce. For me, it's all about the Captain XP grind. It's about the Research Bureau grind, coal ships, steel ships, clan battles. What ships are the fun ones to take into brawls? Although we don't always do brawls because it seems like there's always a new brawl season and there's only so much content I can make. That's the kind of stuff that I really love to make videos on, and that is not going to stop. We're going to keep doing that stuff because, again, that is my absolute favorite content to make. And so, you know, if you're here watching my YouTube content, if you're watching this video, you're probably here because one of those topics we just talked about was interesting to you and you stumbled upon my videos on YouTube. YouTube has been a really big place that's helped to grow not only the YouTube channel, but it's also helped bring people over to join us on Twitch. And so those videos are the ones that brought you here, and we're going to keep making those videos. I think that is some of the most interesting content that we can put together. Like I said, I may do ship reviews in the future. I don't know. I'm not sure if you guys could trust my opinions on ships anyway. I've been playing Silly Wangy in this most recent ranked season, and it worked, by the way. But long story short, guys, I hope that you'll stick around with me and see how things go as we are working on moving out and seeing what the future holds for the future of my channels, both on Twitch and YouTube. As a newly minted junior mint baby boy CC. I hope that you'll give me a chance to continue to make the kind of content that brought you here in the first place, and I hope that you'll stick around and just kind of find out what it's going to be like in the future. I, for one, am very excited about it. I have no idea what kind of crazy opportunities we're going to have as a community of online buddies and gamers and friends and all that. But until then, until we know, like I said, give me a chance, stick around, and also until then, take care of each other, be cool, and we will see you in the next Battle Captains. Thank you so very much for being a part of the Clyde Plays community. This has been an incredibly weird 2 years. We're a small channel. We're still a small Twitch stream. We're still a small YouTube channel. But it has been so crazy to grow this little thing with you guys. And like I said, I hope that the next 2 years are every bit as interesting, as exciting as the last 2. So again, thank you so much for everything that has brought us to this point. And we'll see you in the next battle. Bye.